Jai Shri Ram. When I say the word diabetes, there are like so many questions popping up in your head, so many thoughts running through your mind. So the first thing we'll have to understand is that what is diabetes, when does it occur? Is it a major disease? Is it curable? Can the diabetes be kept under control? Can we reverse diabetes? So these are all couple of questions which the patient generally ask when we speak to them personally. So when we counsel them, the patient generally has these doubts in his or her mind when we say diabetes. So what is diabetes in general? It's just a rise in blood sugar level in your body. That's it. It's just the rise of blood sugar level in your body. Okay. So insulin is a hormone made by the pancreas which helps glucose from your food to get into your cells to be used for energy purpose. Sometimes your body doesn't make enough or any insulin or doesn't use insulin well. So at that point of time, the glucose then stays in your blood and doesn't reach your cells. Over time, having too much glucose in your blood can cause health problems. Although diabetes is not having any specific cure, you can take steps to manage your diabetes and stay healthy. So sometimes people call diabetes a touch of sugar or borderline diabetes. So these terms suggest that someone doesn't really have diabetes or has a less serious case, but every case of diabetes is to an extent serious, but not to get worried. Okay, you need not worry about it. So don't get worried. So there are like different types of diabetes: type 1, type 2 and type 1, type 2 and gestational diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is where your body does not make enough insulin. So your immune system attacks and destroys the cell in your pancreas that make insulin. So type 1 diabetes is usually diagnosed in children and young adults, although it can appear at any age. It is known as juvenile diabetes. So people with type 1 diabetes need to take insulin every day to stay alive. Type 2 diabetes. If you are having type 2 diabetes, your body does not make or use insulin properly. You can develop type 2 diabetes at any age, even during childhood. Howsoever, this type of diabetes occurs most often in middle-aged and older people. This is the type 2 diabetes, most common type of diabetes seen in middle age or seen in adults. Okay. So gestational diabetes it develops in some women when they are pregnant. So most of the time this type of diabetes goes away after the baby is born. If you have had gestational diabetes, you have a greater chance of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. Sometimes diabetes diagnosed during pregnancy is actually type 2 diabetes. So there are other type of diabetes which are less common. They include monogenic diabetes, which are inherited form of diabetes, and cystic fibrosis related diabetes. So how common is diabetes? In India, diabetes is a growing challenge with estimated 8.7% diabetic population in the age group of 20 and 70 years. So obese and overweight are the most important risk factors responsible for diabetes. Much of the diabetes burden can be prevented or delayed by behavioral changes favoring a healthy diet and regular physical activity. Who is more likely to develop type 2 diabetes? So a person at the age of 45 or above having a family history of diabetes or are overweight, they have the chance of developing diabetes. Physical inactivity, race and certain health problems such as high blood pressure also affects your chance of developing type 2 diabetes. So if you are such kind of person, you are also more likely to develop type 2 diabetes. If you have pre-diabetes or had gestational diabetes when you were pregnant, there are chances of developing type 2 diabetes at the later stage of life. So what health problems can people with diabetes develop? So over time, high blood glucose leads to problems like heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, eye problems, dental disease, nerve damage, foot problems, etc. So I am not saying this to just scare you, but this is the reality, unfortunately. but then just relax. Even if you have diabetes, there's nothing to get afraid of. So you can actually keep the diabetes under control if you follow these steps. So first thing I'm going to discuss is the ABCDs to prevent diabetes complications. So A stands for HbA1c test. It should be less than 7%. B stands for blood pressure, which should be less than 120 per 80 mmHg. C stands for cholesterol level. Your LDL should be less than 100 mg per dl. D stands for dietary modifications, moderate carbohydrate, low fat and calorie, protein rich diet. So when it comes to the dietary intervention for diabetes, you will have to choose healthy carbohydrates from whole grains in moderate quantity. Include more good quality proteins like egg, beans, low fat dairy products, etc. And then you can prefer good fats from nuts, seeds and fish. Select locally available vegetables, the more colorful the better. Alter cooking methods to a healthy choice. Choose high fiber, slow release carbs. Avoid processed grains, foods containing trans fat and soft drinks. Spot hidden sugar in packaged foods. Always read food labels to keep an eye on fat, sugar and salt content. Okay, now let's discuss about the myths and facts about diabetes. First myth is you will have to cut away carbohydrates. The fact is the type of carbohydrates and serving size matters. So focus on whole grain carbohydrates and high fiber foods. The second myth is you will need special diabetic diet. The fact is it is not at all necessary. Special expensive foods may not benefit you always. So if you are going to visit a dietitian, they can bring the principles of diabetic diet into your home food itself. And then the third myth is a high protein diet is the best. Fact is not necessary. A balanced diet is more important when compared to a high protein diet food. A healthy diet includes all nutrients in correct proportion. That is what is more important. The fourth myth is you must avoid sugar completely. Fact is not at all. Doesn't have to be off limits as long as it's a part of your daily healthy diet. You can slowly reduce sweets, but give some time for your taste buds to adjust to that dietary routine. And then when it comes to plate serving for diabetes, the food that we consume, the plate method helps you control portion size. So I'm just giving you an example. Your plate can have 3 portions in it, where a major portion of your plate is filled with non-starchy vegetables. You can try variety of salads on daily basis for that matter. And then 1/4 of your plate is filled with lean protein foods like legumes, pulses, channa, and then you can have dals, matki, moong, soya beans, soya products and dairy products. Another quarter portion of your plate can be filled with whole grains or starchy food. You can go for a low fat dairy product. You should stay well hydrated and then choose low fat cooking method like grilling, poaching and steaming. Ideal to visit a dietitian or you have their number, kindly contact them and ask them for the specialized modified diet plan so that you are able to keep your sugar levels under control and you're also safe at the same time. So these are just general guidelines for diabetes. But again, as I said earlier, it's ideal to visit or speak to a dietitian to create a healthy eating plan and to make it easier to eat well. Jai Shri Ram.